We've got Toss addicted to Manjaro. You are addicted to Manjaro, aren't you, Toss?
I am.
Yes, or is that fire extinguisher fumes?
Well, it did say this can be potentially dangerous.
So tell us, how is that working out for you, and what did you build for us from the AUR?
Well, as you know, I've been testing it both in VBox and in a full install. I've installed Kdenlive and Kazam, among some other things. The system, real quick, it's zippy, it's fast. I like that part. There's been little annoyances here and there, but other than that, it's been really nice.
You know, the one thing that I love about Manjaro is the AUR. I just can't live without it. Toss. I love having, what can I say? I'm a sucker for good software, especially good software that has the latest features. And I like the fact that, for instance, I use Kdenlive, and I built the version from Git because it has all of the latest and greatest features. And to be honest with you, I love it a lot more than the stable version that they have in the repositories. And not only did I get the Kdenlive, but I also got the freer plugins and the MLT framework for it. I built them all three of them together. And it's really cool because you can pretty much find just about everything under the sun out of the AUR, and that's what I was hoping that you were going to have a look at that. And so tell us, what was your experience like with the AUR? Did you think it was too confusing? Did you feel it was something that maybe would be too difficult for some people? What's your impressions of that overall?
Well, you have to enable it because it's not enabled by default. So you need to click that one of those tabs, slide the little thingy to the right, and it turns it on, and then you go back and search what you want to search for. But no, it's not that difficult at all. There's a few extra steps that might be a little bit intimidating for a newbie, but I would not say it's hard. I try to install everything without the AUR by the default, the Pac-Man software repository, because supposedly that is the most stable way to install software. But using the AUR, a few extra steps, it might scare away some newbies, but is it really that difficult? I don't think so.
Okay, interesting enough, indeed. Okay, well, you'll remember, guys, in a previous show, we were talking about how SourceForge, has been injecting all this malware and that sort of thing into some of the projects. And it turns out that SourceForge has been taken over by a new ownership, because we did have a follow-up story, and I just posted that text information on my YouTube channel. But it appears that SourceForge now is scanning all projects for malware and displays warnings on downloads. So they have they've partnered with Bitdefender, and so they're trying to bring SourceForge back to its original glory days, these new owners that have taken it over. So this is fantastic news, because some of you guys will remember I expressed a little bit of concern because, Manjaro Cup of Linux Edition is being served up from SourceForge. But the reality of it is, though, they've never given me any reason to question their handling of my ISO images until we got news that they were, injecting this malware into mostly Windows software and programs. So I think once the community got wind of all of this, somebody stepped up to the plate and said, no, we can't have this going, and they're bringing SourceForge back. So that's good news indeed. What do you think about that, Toss?
I think that sounds very user-friendly, absolutely.
What you got?
Well, guess what outsold Apple desktops and laptops in the last quarter combined?
That wouldn't be the Chromebook by chance, would it?
Exactly.
Go on, tell us about it.
Well, apparently the Chromebooks, they've always been popular because they're easy to use, lightweight, and I guess one of the main factors is they're inexpensive, and I guess there is strong demand by schools K through 12 because they are inexpensive. Of course, they run web-based applications, but they're easy to use. They're less prone to malware. Of course, they use Chrome OS by Google, so it is something that's reliable. From what I understand, I don't personally have one, but listen, isn't Chrome OS a form of Linux? So I think that's terrific news.
I believe so. And if I'm not mistaken, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong on this, I do believe it is a variant of Gen 2 that it was built on top of. I could be wrong. But, it's really funny because I have a story that's related to yours that I'm going to share here. And when you had mentioned what outsold Mac, I couldn't believe this because I was reading this article. Apparently, Android apps run securely on Chrome OS in Linux containers now. Yeah. And at the beginning of the article, they stated that the first quarter shipments of the Chromebooks exceeded Macs in the United States. So they are getting very, very popular. And Chromebooks just got a little bit more complicated, but for the better, with Google's announcement that the Android Play Store will be available on Chromebooks and that Android apps will run on the Chrome operating system. And, they have lots of applications from Adobe Photoshop, Microsoft Word, Skype, and a bunch of other things. This is going to bring a whole new world of applications over to the Chrome OS platform. So that's good news for them indeed, I suppose.
I completely agree, yeah.
All right, well, what you got?
Well, it looks like the latest Cinnamon desktop, 3.03, is now available for Linux Mint users. It looks like that the Cinnamon desktop, Spatchy, will be the default desktop for the next Linux Mint 18. I've played with Cinnamon before. It's okay. Personally, I'm a Mate kind of guy, but really just about anything Linux Mint does is probably still going to be user-friendly. So, yeah.
And I haven't had an opportunity to really look at Cinnamon in quite a long time, but I will be honest in that I did try my best to give it a fair shake. It's beautiful. It functions. It has that air of familiarity. But my problem with it is, well, Tosh, you know how I like to pull all the knobs and, twist the dials and that sort of thing.
Yes.
And Chrome tended to crash. Well, I mean, not Chrome. I mean, Cinnamon tended to crash on me. Some of the applets and that sort of thing would tend to break.
Yes.
And I haven't had a chance to look at it recently. And I'm sure they've made a lot of improvements and stuff to it. One of these days, I think I'm going to download it on my Manjaro setup and take another look at Cinnamon. Because it does look like it's really neat what they've done with it. And, they're always bringing new plugins for it and stuff. So I'd be very interested in seeing how it has changed. It's been like a year and a half, 2 years since I've looked at it. So it's probably about time that I get a fresh perspective on that.
Sure.
Well, guess what, Toss? If you don't like Windows 10, Microsoft has just made it easy for anyone to complain.
What?
Yes, apparently Windows 10 users can now download the Feedback Hub app from Microsoft Store on both the desktop and phone version of the OS. The app was previously available to Windows insiders. Feedback is the whole point of the beta test, blah, blah, blah. So at any rate, they have a platform now for anyone to complain. Now, will they actually read these complaints?
They'll probably hire the official complaint reader, I'm sure.
Maybe they need to pull out the fire extinguisher like you did for that. Yeah. I'm still gonna get you for that one, Toss.
I could resist.
What you got?
Oh, I'm ready for nonsense. That's all I have left. Are you ready?
Go ahead. Go on with your nonsense. All right.
Well, we somewhat joked about smart watches in the past. Well, get ready, I guess, for a smart toothbrush. A Seattle company is launching a high-tech toothbrush. This is for real. These are all real news. that lets users stream video from inside their mouths.
What? Yeah, I think that's going to go over like a lead balloon at a 5-year-old birthday party, streaming video from the mouth. I don't know. That sounds kind of vulgar, Toss. What kind of videos would you play in your mouth today?
Personally, I think it's ridiculous. I guess it uses Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. I guess it gives a new meaning to the term wet video.
This is what your teeth will look like if you don't brush.
Exactly.
Oh, goodness. Okay, this is kind of like nonsense news, but apparently this is true. There is a new tool that promises to help you to create your own Arch Linux package repository, and it's called Arch PPA. And they were discussing this the other day on the Manjaro forum, and I'm like, oh, no, please don't Ubuntuize Manjaro or Arch Linux with by adding PPAs, but apparently this is true. Arch PPA developer Ryan McGuire says that he created this utility to help the Arch Linux personal package ecosystem to be more secure than it is right now via the AUR Arch User Repository, and officially recognized software repositories where anyone with proper skills can upload new software and maintain it. And as such, AUR comes with a big warning to those attempting to install any of the packages maintained. And that's, of course, where you pulled out your fire extinguisher and that sort of thing, right? Yeah. But the reality of it is, folks, if you're smart, and you scroll up, you'll see any comments that people left about the packages. And before you install, it asks you if you want to read the package build. The wise thing to do is to say, yes, I do want to read the package build, see where these files are being downloaded from. You know, it stands to reason if you're going to be building a package, you know, if you're going to be, for instance, building Kdenlive from the AUR, you want to make sure that the package that it's downloading is actually coming from the Kdenlive repository or website or something like that, and not from, you know, joeblowtroll.com, who's going to, you know, put an RM/F on your hard drive or something like that. Really.
Yes, RM, I'm assuming that means remove, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. What do I have? Oh. Woman says music video inspired her to torch cheating ex's new car.
What?
I guess. I guess this girlfriend was not treated kindly by her boyfriend, and there is a video of a new Chevrolet Malibu burning after being set aflame by the spurned ex-girlfriend. Well, you know, it's only a Chevy. It would have been a tragedy if it was a Lexus. So, yeah.
Well, actually, we had something worse than that happen here in South Florida.
Oh,
a good 15, 20 years ago. Yeah, Lorena Bobbitt. You know, I'm sure you've heard about that.
Yeah. Let's not go.
I mean, there are worse. Worse consequences than having your car
Let's
burned.
move on.
Bring it on, Toss.
Well, this is really not cool, but still funny. Police say 4 firefighters called in false alarms. You want to know why?
Why?
Just to ride in the fire truck.
Oh,
wait. I guess they were on fire trucks, and I guess now they will be fired.
Okay, well, I was on motherboard.vice.com today, and I saw this article that I thought was kind of like nonsense, but it's true because it's possible that some people, that one person in particular here was able to install Arch Linux on his PS4 and then be able to run Steam. So basically, So basically, he's converted his PS4 into like a Steam box. Instead of using the Debian-based Steam OS, he was actually able to run Arch Linux and then be able to run the Steam software in big picture mode. And there's this video on YouTube from OsirusX demonstrating how to do this. And I thought it was kind of funny because, what if we see a lot more of this happening in the near future, where people like you are taking your Xboxes and just wiping the hard drives and installing any old Linux distro on them, and then using, this could be a great marketing scheme for Valve,
Yes, let me just erase all my games. Yes, that'll make me happy. Yes.
Could you imagine if Valve were to release a patch for your Xbox One or your PS4 that will convert them into a Steam machine?
I'm sure that'll leave a lot of Xbox owners steamed.
I'm sure that I'm sure there would be serious lawsuits heading towards Valve big time. But what's to stop the community from making these quote unquote patches? Say goodbye to Halo, Toss. We're going to convert we're going to convert your Xbox into a Steam machine.
Don't get me steamed. Yeah,
I know. It's kind of nonsensy, but I thought that was kind of cool to bring that up, because that could actually change the face of gaming if you've got all these competing game companies, and it's like, oh, we got a patch we can apply to your PS4 that'll turn it into a Steam machine. Holy moly.
all I can say is game on, right?
Game on. You got it. You got anything else, Toss?
Yeah, actually, more car recalls, Patcher. You won't believe this. Apparently, some certain manufacturers domestically, they're recalling hundreds of thousands of cars because of all things confusing shifters. Automatic shifting. Apparently,
You're joking, right?
No, I swear, I kid you not, all the news I pick is real. I cannot make this stuff up, man. But apparently some of these cars, the shifter is software based, and there's a picture here in one of these cars. The PVR, the park reverse neutral drive, is on the shifter and not on the base of the shifter itself, where it should be. So apparently there were people who thought they parked their car, put it in park, and I guess the car rolled. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, I get it. So P is for pathetic, N is for nincompoop, and D is for dummies who designed this.
You know what, Toss? I think they're making, technology is just too convenient for people nowadays. I think we need to go back to the old days where all vehicles had stick shifts in them. And if you don't know how to operate a vehicle, really, because a stick shift,
I don't.
You feel like you're in control of the vehicle anyway. Why wear down them brake pads when you can just downshift and save those? Use the engine to slow down. But yeah.
Don't wear the brakes. Just wear down the clutch. Hey,
Darned if you do, darned if you don't.
Duh. Say goodbye, Spatry.
No,
Not yet.
You say goodbye.
Thanks, everyone, for joining us for another Center Report, the Sunday night snooze and nonsense, according to Spatry. We'll catch you here next Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. I will say good night to everybody. Good night. Good night.
Night. And don't quit your day job. I don't want to hear you singing.
Oh, look who's talking NSA. Everybody loves you.
No NSA news. That was last season. Goodbye.